You're listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. Well, what's good, Crusaders Nation? Is your boy, the voice of the coach of the Comic Crusader himself, Al Mega, coming at you live with another episode of the Comic Crusaders podcast. And today, we got a guest who's been holding it down in the indie comics universe for decades. He is a visionary who started a revolution way back when pagers were hot and comics were pure attitude. He's back to show the next generation how it's done. This man's bringing back a team of misfits, outlaws, and alien refugees, fighting the system like true comic rebels. Straight out of the future, we're talking about the return of the resistance. The struggle begins numero uno. So buckle up, grab your laser blasters, and let's welcome the creator, writer, and intergalactic rebel himself, the one, the only Kyle KJ Kaminski. How you doing, brother? How you feeling?
Thank you so much, Al. Wow, those introductions are awesome. Thank you.
Man, no one do them like me, baby. No one do them like me. This is Comic Crusaders. Listen, we're here to celebrate awesome creators like you. So again, thank you for coming on. I wanted to talk about this amazing journey with the resistance and doing what you do, Kyle, man. This is great, man. Talking to an indie vet. You know, I get my big league vets, but I love talking to my indie vets over here. So, my brother, let's talk about it. And it's been 30 years since the Resistance first dropped. Now, how surreal is it to see these characters coming back to life today?
Yeah, 30 years ago, over 30 years ago, one of my best friends in high school, Jason Krause, and I, we created these characters. And then 30 years ago, we published our first comic with them in it. We did a couple anthologies with 2 stories in the late 90s. And then for a number of years, we didn't do anything. But then in 2016, I brought the characters back with a new series with artist Jason Johnson. And I've been publishing ever since. This will be the 13th issue in the Resistance universe. But this is actually a prequel and is the original stories that Jason Krause drew back in the day.
Man. You're reading my mind, Kyle, because I was about to ask, did you keep all those original notes and sketches, or did you have to dig through an attic of nostalgia to find them? And apparently you kept them.
Oh, no, yeah. I keep everything. I'm a crazy pack rat. I'm a hoarder, but I'm really organized.
You're an organized hoarder. I love that.
Yeah, I blow my friends away on a regular basis, pulling out old artwork and things from the 80s and 90s. But this is a 48-page one-shot with Jason Krause on art. It features a story that was never published back in the day, and it tells like the forming of the team. When I brought the characters back in 2016 with Jason Johnson, the team was already formed, and we were well into their battle with this corporate state.
So let me ask here though. So when you returned to the series with the new artist, did you really try to retell the story, try to redo the former, or you kind of picked it up from where it left off?
Oh yeah, no, I actually did a little time jump. So when I brought it back in 2016, I always looked at the stories we did in the 90s as part of the continuity. And so I just said, well, what Jason Krause and I did, let's just jump a couple years as if the team has already been in this fight, and let's just take it running and do the most significant story that I could with those characters also.
Fantastic. Now, let me ask you, because you said you and Jason Krause created this world back in high school, right?
Yeah.
What kind of music shows or comics were firing up your imagination back then? I mean,
yeah,
you had music, I'm sure, back then. So
right. Oh yeah, no. We were definitely into the punk rock scene. We grew up skateboarders outside of Detroit. We were born
Oh
and
man, you in
raised
Detroit?
Detroit. Yeah.
Listen, bro. I'm not trying to upset you, but we have better
No.
pizza in New York. All right.
That's that hurts. I
That
mean,
is blasphemy. He
love,
says, "How
yeah,
dare
no,
you?"
I love Detroit pizza. Every time I go back, that's, my number one thing that I have to do. Buddies. If you ever come to Detroit, you got to have Buddies, the best pizza in Detroit.
Really? All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna trust you. All right, because I went to Chicago and I went to what was supposedly the best in Chi-Town, and everybody told them, "Oh, this guy's from New York." All right, I'm not trying to show that off. I like my Brooklyn style pizza. It is what it is, right? So, oh, you never had pizza like this. I'm like, they brought this big thing to me, a dish. I'm like, this is a pie. This is not a pizza pie. It's a pie.
It is. Yeah, Chicago style, and I think each has its own. I mean, I love
Yeah,
New York style
but that's
pizza
not
too.
pizza though. That's not pizza as I know it.
But you got to be open to all these other interpretations of pizza.
I get it. But Chicago is a no for me.
Okay.
I gotta try Detroit. I'm talking shit. I'm just going based on what it looks like. I'm like, this doesn't look. It looks different.
It's a thick dough. It's rich. It's filling. And the sides and the crust should be crispy and all the way to the pan. And yeah, it's cooked in a square pan.
There we go. Listen, my man Kyle he's not just a comic book pro, but he's a pizza aficionado. All right, so we're gonna get into that shit. He's a gourmet over here, bro.
I'm going back for the Motor City Comic Con next weekend, and Friday night we're doing.
I love that. Look at this guy. He's already he's answering my last question in advance. Great. Yo, listen, you're partying. I love it, Kyle. You're a fucking shaker and mover. This is what it is. So now, let me ask though. Let's get back on this. Let's get back, man. Yeah, I like having fun with you. You got good energy. This is Detroit, Brooklyn. You see, man.
Right.
City boys right here. We know how we rock, yo. So with that, like, who was your interval going up? Meaning that one rebel hero that made you want to fight back through your artistic abilities.
I don't know. I don't know if I looked at it in that sense. I mean, getting into like punk rock music and bands like Bad Religion and Greg Graffin, who's the lead singer.
My man.
Yeah, that is probably the anti-authority type thing that I really gravitated towards.
I mean, when I talk like the resistance, it's quite obvious that you're definitely anti-authoritarian. Like fuck those motherfuckers.
But also, getting into the X-Men series by Chris Claremont and that whole underneath concept of the prejudice of the mutants, and using that as kind of an allegory towards our society, and being able to show that. And with the Resistance, I try to show that with the alien characters. Ooh, and they're treated so sometimes I say the Resistance, it's kind of X-Men meets G.I. Joe.
Right. Oh shit, bro. Oh man, and with G.I. Joe being so hot, and G.I. Joe, you boom, boom, boom. You know what, bro? You know what that deserves right there? You know what that deserves?
What?
Can you guess?
No.
No. I'm gonna give that the. Cause that's what we need right there. That's the type of comics we need, baby. Let's make that shit happen. Now, for real, bro, 3 decades, bro, that's crazy. That's a lot of life experience, right? What kept the dream alive through all those years?
That was a big thing. The characters lived in my head for 20 years before I brought them back in 2016. And obviously being a comic fan, but I've also been a comic retailer since I was 16.
Talk about the shop, bro.
Well, I started doing conventions when I was 16, selling comics and toys. Became, the Weekend Warrior.
Wait a minute. Look at this guy, bro. Fuck, I don't really ask the origin story, and I started a little different, but I have to get it to. It's all right. I need that. I need this now. So tell us the origin story, Kyle. Where you say you're originally from Detroit. What was the first thing in fandom that you ever fell in love with, and who introduced that to you? Was it self or who in the family or friends introduced your new addiction in life?
Yeah, I think back then it was so easy to fall into because you had the spinner racks at the local 7-Eleven.
You had that. I didn't.
Yeah, well, and I think
I had newsstands. You had 7-Elevens.
yeah. But comics were in your face at that point. You would go to a store with your parents, and there were always comics there, and they were cheap enough to, convince your parents to buy them for you. But yeah,
agree, right? High five, right? Because they're like, it doesn't cost a lot,
right? It'll keep them quiet.
It's less than $1, at least at the time when we were
collecting. Right. Yeah. Comics were 60 cents when I first started reading. And G.I. Joe was the first
my
book.
Christ Star was 60. My first book, Christ Star, Crystal Warrior #2, is up on the wall right there. It's beat up. This is the book I carried all my life, and it's still here with my original, beat up, but that's my first comic book. 60 cents cover price at JFK Airport, Eastern Airlines.
Okay, nice. that was the genius of those Marvel license books. And I would imagine you might have a similar story. Like, I started with G.I. Joe, and issue 7 was my first issue. And I started to see the in-house ads for X-Men and Spider-Man. And then said, wow, what's this?
Bro, we are brethren. My first G.I. Joe was actually the first appearance of Zartan.
Okay.
So this is why I'm a dreadnought. 17? Like, I am a dreadnought. Like, my top shelf,
Zartan,
I have every original dreadnought figure along with the matching classified figure, the original Thunder Machine and the motorcycle and I got them all. I'm addicted. Yeah, I love villains, man.
Dreadnoughts. that's my thing. That's the one thing in G.I. Joe that I never stopped collecting. I always had my dreadnoughts, even when I was like 16, 17, and G.I. Joe was long gone. I still had my dreadnoughts on the shelf, and Zartan's my favorite character.
Yo, bro, I got that. I have that figure OG complete with his rider, the basket, everything complete. One of my favorite part of my collection. That and I have first, second, and third Cobra Commanders.
Okay.
OG complete. Come on now, hey, I'm a collector. Now, let's talk about this though. The new one-shot remasters these 90 stories, right?
Yeah.
Now, how tricky was it balancing your old vision with today's production standards? Because there is a difference between then and now.
Right. Well, we brought in Manuel Ordaz Torres to do the colors. He actually did the second Resistance miniseries with Jason Johnson called Bounty Hunter Blitz. So he was already familiar with the characters. It's balancing, I guess, being able to show our stories when we were teenagers and being okay with presenting this kind of too. But it looks great. I'm really impressed by what Emmanuel has done.
With that though, I did want to ask this though, because again, you're bringing something back from back in the day to now. And did you ever look at a panel right back and you were thinking back like, holy shit, what were we doing? What were we thinking to do this shit?
No, you can see some of the, I guess, comic storytelling theory that's not there yet. But what I did, I do all the production for my books. I do all the lettering, local design, inside front cover, put the book together for the publisher or printer. So I actually did a lot of art corrections. I actually cut out some panels and moved them around because why not? Photoshop allows you to do that kind of thing. So
that's what the tools are for, mi gente.
Right. Yeah.
For real.
So it's funny. It's always funny to be like impressed by your own efforts, but I'm definitely really proud of this book, even though it's 30. The artwork is 30 years old. I think that definitely you put it against any other indie book that's out there. I think it stands up.
We're gonna show this up because I have a trailer from the Kickstarter. Then we're gonna run this fully funded Kickstarter head there. We're gonna do all this stuff. Funded. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, man, this is great.
Moving towards our stretch goals. So.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. But before I show that off, because I like teasing the people. And again, folks, listen. Before I even show you, you guys can start looking at it yourselves. All right, it's right there. And guess what else? I make it easy. You don't want to type. You're lazy. You at work. Guess what, mi gente? Let me put this up real quick. Again, Streamer, thank you for adding so much stuff. Check this out. That QR code right there in that corner right there. All you gotta do is pick up your phone, baby, and scan it, and boom, guess where you'll be at the wonderful Resistance Kickstarter. Give it a look through. Again, it's funded, but we have 2 weeks to go. That's 2 pay periods. So either you get paid this Friday or the next. So there's no excuse for you not to fund the book. All right. So you're gonna make this happen. So before I show that off, I need to ask you something here, brother. All right. This is about those collaborative vibes, right? You work with some heavy hitters. Again, Ben Herrera, Drew Johnson, Jason Howard. Now, what's it like juggling that much talent?
Yeah, I've been incredibly fortunate with some of the artists I've been able to work with so far. Feeling that imposter syndrome when I send them one of my scripts, like, are they gonna, once they get the script, are they gonna want to keep doing this? But yeah, Jason Johnson and I, if you're not familiar with Jason Johnson as much, he got to start at Wildstorm Studios back in the day with Jim Lee.
Oh man, yeah.
So he was the first artist to follow Whilce Portacio on Wetworks. And then, did a bunch of Gen 13 Wildcats and did some Flash and Impulse.
Jeez, great stuff.
Yeah.
Bro.
And then, like Ben Herrera, he went to the video game industry, and both those guys I was able to catch as they were coming back into comics.
Oh, wow. Nice.
But yeah, both of those guys, we've probably done maybe 150 to 200 pages together. And, I can actually be kind of demanding, I think, as a creator.
But listen, if it's your baby, I think that you have an okay to know. Listen, if you know where your shit is going, I don't find that to be demanding. You know where you want your story to go, and it's like, listen, like, this is where it needs to go. This is where I feel. I mean, it's okay to kind of take opinions sometimes, but when you're adamant about something, it's like, yo, trust that gut, man. Sometimes, and you have to fight.
Yeah, I don't fight. So we've never really had to fight so much. It's though I'm very demanding. I've always told them I'm really open. If you think I'm wrong about something, push back. I mean, the end of the day,
push
what
back
I'm trying
with
to
reason,
do is
right?
make the best comics. Yeah,
give me some pushback with reason. Tell me why it doesn't fucking work.
Yeah,
and it makes sense. I got you.
And I always feel like the goal is just to make the best comics possible. So. Yes. Anything I might ask, which I've had some trepidation of asking somebody like Drew Johnson, who is just an unbelievable artist, to change something. Because
let me ask
think it would help with the storytelling.
But with that, then let's go on the positive. Is there an artist that maybe completely redefined how you saw one of your characters?
Yeah. I think every artist has brought a little bit more. Interval, the main character, our leader. I think Jason Johnson brought a lot to the character, and then when Drew Johnson did this story, he kind of influenced Jason Johnson again to kind of evolve the character even more, to just her look, and it's small tweaks. It's just maybe a little bit different on the hairstyle, a little bit different on the buckles, that type of thing.
Hi, I'm Kyle.
But
oh no, sorry about that. No, I'm prepping. I am prepping, folks, because I'm excited to show you this beautiful and amazing looking project.
It's been great. I mean, I really feel like I know who I am and that I can be very particular about things, but I think that it's been a great collaborative relationship with my artists over time, and to make all these cool comics. This is, like I said, this is the 13th issue of The Resistance, but about the 20th book that I've been a publisher of. And I hope I just get to keep going.
You know what? And talking all about that, you guys are curious. You guys want to see? Let's get into the trailer, and then we're going to give you the rundown on this amazing live Kickstarter with 15 days.
Right on.
Let's get it, baby.
Hi, I'm Kyle Kaminski. I'm the co-creator and writer of The Resistance, and I want to tell you about my next project. It's called The Resistance, The Struggle Begins #1, and it's on Kickstarter now. The Resistance, The Struggle Begins #1 is written by co-creator Kyle Kaminski, with art by co-creator Jason Krause, and all new colors by Emmanuel Ordaz-Torres. This 48-page one-shot comic remasters the original stories from the 90s to give you a comprehensive look back at the origins of the Resistance characters. Also includes a 30th anniversary retrospective, an evolution of the characters over the years, and a never-before-released story drawn by co-creator Jason Krause. We have the standard cover by Jason Krause, as well as limited edition exclusive variant covers by artists Brad Thingvold and Jason Johnson. All physical rewards include a free exclusive trading card, and we have an exclusive t-shirt available as an add-on or in select rewards packages. The Resistance, The Struggle Begins.
WEPA, right there, folks. You seen that? You seen that? That project is looking sexy, folks. Check it out. Check it out. Out of a $500 goal, they're already at $844. They're funded. WEPA. But listen, we need to do a whole lot better like that.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Indie fans, we need to do a whole lot better than that. Because guess what? We got 15 days to go. You know, but a whole big salute to you, 32 backers. Much love. Yeah, man. Support indie. But we got 15 days to go. So no excuses. Fund it this week, next week. Make it happen. Support Big Blue Comics. Support this deal. You seen that artwork. I mean, let's get into the struggle begins because we all struggling. Yo, talk to me. What is that struggle within this series? What are we talking about?
In the broadcast offensive, they are fighting this oppressive corporate state and its secret alien leadership. And Interval, our leader, it's her fault that all these aliens are stuck on Earth. So she sees them taking advantage of the humans and wants to bring the power back to the people. And these stories are the first footsteps of the formation of the team.
All right. Now, talking about the team, because the Resistance, right, is set like 100 years in the future, right?
Right.
So, but it's got that, this could be next week type of vibe. How much of today's chaos has inspired the story for you thus far and the new stories?
Right. That's what's always interesting. Very little, if any, at this point, because these characters in this world was created way back in the 90s, and it was influenced by well, I mean, it was influenced by all those cautionary stories, the great sci-fi films of the 80s and 90s, like Blade Runner, Mad Max, RoboCop. And then we were also influenced by anime at the time, like Appleseed and Ghost in the Shell and Mobile Suit Gundam. And then you take that with a little X-Men and G.I. Joe and you mix it all together. But those,
you gotta make a song of this. This song, like sing me a song.
But those social issues, I mean, this was, obviously a movie like RoboCop talking about how corporations can take over the government, and Blade Runner. Profits are more important than human rights.
Showing.
Those were things that were pushed on us or reinforced through science fiction from then until now. I mean, so this world hasn't changed. It's just that periodically it gets reflected by the real world.
Gotcha. Now, you call the Resistance team flawed heroes, right?
Yeah.
So why was imperfection so important to you when building this particular crew?
They're more interesting and more realistic. I like to say that they're a group of characters trying to do their best. We'll make mistakes along the way, just like the rest of us. Perfect heroes didn't interest me as much growing up. I always like those stories where the hero failed, but then picked themselves back up to fight again.
And I always liked the villain in hopes that they would win someday.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, our in this story, our villains have more power. They're the ones in charge of the corporate state. They're the ones that the team is fighting against. They are considered the outsiders, the rebels, and at sometimes deemed terrorists by the corporate state.
The corporate state. I mean, it's that shit sounds terrifying, Kyle, because it also sounds so fucking real right now.
Yeah,
with the conditions of the world, And again, this is sci-fi. This is future, and again, this is comic book creation. This is what it does best, bro. So, yeah,
I think that it's never inevitable. I think that if we look back, history's not really linear. Like there are times where you could point to the 30 years of the resistance that it's reflecting society, but other times where it would seem absurd that we would continue down that path.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know where I'm going with that, but
well, I get. Listen, man. It is what it is. The future leads
right.
to where
Yeah.
it leads.
But
let's leave it at that because the future as well. And tech the way it is. Look at AI. Look at Amazon, IBM saying they're going to lay off so and so because all right, because you built tools to replace. Didn't you say that you weren't going to replace? But here we go. So where is the future headed, man? Is this what going to? I mean. Kyle, have you created the equipment along with the stories that way we can survive in
right? Yeah. But I gotta say, the resistance though isn't really about the world. It's more about the characters. It's more about Interval, who I use this term. She's a guilt-driven soldier,
and is that her? That's her right there.
Yeah. And she's the leader, and she's on this struggle to try and undo the mistakes that she made that kind of created this all-powerful corporate state. The corporate state has used the alien technology to get ahead of everyone else and has become richer at the expense of some of the ex-employees, the unemployed. But again, it's about Interval's struggle and consistently trying to do the right thing, but making these mistakes and having to deal with her actions. And picking herself back up.
But she's not dealing with these things alone, I would suppose.
Right. And so the term the resistance, you're old enough to remember the Untouchables. It's kind of a play on that.
Bro, I love that FNC and movie. Oh, that movie, bro. When that shit dropped on videotape, I went to Prestige Video. Drop my $2 to rent it for the weekend. Watch that shit like 5 times. I love it.
I love that movie. I think I rewatched it recently, and I think it still holds up if you look at it in the lens of like classic Hollywood.
Classic Hollywood, gangster, OG.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Almega, Al Capone, Brooklyn, let's go, baby.
Yeah. But so the term the resistance, they are what they consider the few that are resistant to this corruption and greed that is fueling the corporate state. And so she has this small uncompromising strike force that is consists of her brother and a couple humans that she's met along the way. And most of these characters were first introduced in these first 2 stories that we published in the 90s. All 5 of the characters of the main team were all introduced.
These cats right here. We have Interval, we have Adam, we have Melee, Fulcrum, Grim.
Yeah.
And then we got a whole bunch of stuff because it's a 48-page full color comic book we're talking about right here.
Yeah. 48-page book. With we have 2 variant. We have the standard cover by Jason and Menny, and then we have 2 really cool variant covers. One is an action figure homage that makes it looks as if
That shit
Fulcrum
looks so
was part
cool.
of the old Toy Biz X-Men series.
That shit looks so cool. And not, don't lie, bro. Tell me you want a figure of this shit like right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was done by artist Brad Thingvold. That's the second one that we're releasing. The first
I love
one was
that.
a G.I. Joe homage, and he's done a couple more that we have
Oh,
in
cool.
the drawer right now. But I
That's
also
cool.
have a custom action figure of Interval. I'm a
Really?
customizer myself, and I painted up and created a packaging. There's only 5 available. There's only 2 in this campaign. So they're
Okay.
limited to 5. They're handcrafted and numbered and signed by me.
Oh, dope, bro. You hear
Yeah,
that? Exclusive for you toy
yeah.
collectors out there. But let's get into it, folks. Let's get into it real quick. Because again, listen, you can make a purchase for $1 just because you believe in it. You know, you have $1 to spare some change. You know what I mean? Support a dope independent creator. Other than that, you get the Struggle Begins digital pack. For $8, delivered in your inbox by February 2026. Right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's
the date.
over 100 pages of digital comics.
What? 100?
Yeah.
Over
It's
100.
it's The Struggle Begins #1,
Yeah,
The
baby.
Broadcast Offensive #1, Hyperaction #1, and Sophia Saturn #1.
Oh shit! Who's Sophia Saturn?
Sophia Saturn's one of my other series, not connected to the Resistance.
Okay, what's something you're
That's
teasing
about
out there?
it's a teen space adventure about a high school senior ready to start her adult life until her and her friends get sucked through a cosmic wormhole. It's a really fun miniseries I did with Ben Herrera.
Hey, my man doing it. All right.
Yeah.
And right here, get a physical copy, a 48-page independent book right here. No commercials in between. 48 pages of beautiful art and story, starting at $13, baby. Only in the States.
And that includes that includes the digital pack, the 100 pages, and
you get a digital. Oh man, my man ain't playing this with $13. They ain't just the book.
Yeah.
You get extra goodies.
And then the free trading card, and we're pushing up to our first stretch goal.
A trading card. Look at that
which will be more trading cards. Yeah.
Look at that trading card, yo. Oh shit, man.
This is the 4th in the series of
really?
trading cards. Yeah.
Nice. And okay, so there we go. Look, we're there, right? Then we got that figure variant, $15. That shit looks dope right there. Again, by artist Brad Thingvold.
Yeah.
Right? There we go. Then we got another variant cover by right there. Jason
and that's limited
Johnson.
to 30 copies.
You hear that? That's why it's 18, folks. Exclusivity. That's the type. Listen, you get every other book, and then you get this one to CGC because that is you don't want your kids to touch this, folks. All right, you don't even want to touch it. You get it, put that shit encased immediately. You know what? You go and see my man. You know what? You wait till February though. Keep it as safe as you can, and then when you get it in your hands, you go meet my man at the convention. Have CGC get there, sign it. That way, this book will be worth $1 million when they make the movie. Right,
just to know, the delivery time does say February. We are planning on delivering either late December, early January.
Ooh, so folks, you know what that means for the comic book geek in your life, for the female, male, whatever. Listen, this is their drawing right here.
Makes a good holiday gift, yeah.
A great little stocking stuffer or post stocking stuffer, like, hey,
post
something really cool, something that something different, and let them know. Put them on to this whole new universe. That's gonna be the whole new addiction. And don't get mad when they spend all their money on this afterwards. You put them on because it's gonna be that good. Trust me on it. All right. And then we got, look at it, my man even got swag with the books. You got a dope T-shirt, $35, including the PDF and the trading card, $35. You know what? Where the fuck can you get a deal like that? I see T-shirts being sold at stores for $30, and that's what I'm fucking getting is the goddamn T-shirt. Over here, you're getting a T-shirt. You're getting a book. You're getting a card. Come on, man, for $35, that's and that's actually an even better gift, folks.
Yeah.
So you have this available in all sizes?
Yep. We do all sizes, from kids to XXX.
There we go. You heard that from Kids at Triple X. I think this is a great gift right here. This is a dope one. T-shirt, book, and all. Well, everybody. Hell yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
NFT,
this is the first T-shirt that we're doing with art by Jason Krause.
Oh,
the
salute!
co-creator.
Yeah, I mean it is dope. I mean, look at that. That shit looks fire. I wear the shit out of that.
If you've ever seen me at conventions, I always have a Resistance shirt on.
As you should.
Yeah.
As you should. All right. Then you got the Struggle Begins various sets starting at $40 to get all of them covers, PDFs as well, and the card. $40. Yo, what a deal. Again, another you make it not making it easy to select a good Christmas gift. All of these sound great.
I do feel it's important for readers to get value, and I think with Kickstarters, I think a lot of indie creators have fallen into this idea to really price things a lot higher to try and raise more money, but I think that just limits the amount of things people can take home.
Bro, thank you. Yeah, I see it. Like, I don't see these type of deals. I think this is amazing. Like, yo, this is a great value. You get a lot of stuff. Look, yo.
And the standard set there,
dude, man,
that's the standard set. That's all 13 issues that we published of the Resistance. All the standard covers.
Oh my
so you can get the complete story.
We're talking physical media, PDFs as well, you know, and the trading, folks. You can't beat this type
I'm
of stuff
trying
right
over here.
And then you got Ultimate Bundle. My man even fucking playing. Now we're talking about 30 comic books. 30. I mean, if you really do the math, he's pricing them out about $3 a the $5 a pop here. $5 a pop.
Yeah, it has some of our really cool variants too.
Yo, including variants. $5 a pop, folks. Holy shit. Fans.
I don't know if you can see this, but
what do you mean?
This is our
hold on.
G.I. Joe homage.
Oh man. Oh, that is so dope.
That's by Jason Johnson and colorist Ross A. Campbell.
What else you got there? Tease all them books.
I don't know.
Come on, man. Make believe this is a strip club and the comic book on the pole. Come on, man.
And then, this is the second mini series for the Resistance Bounty Hunter Blitz.
Oh man, look at
that's the current
cover. That looks great.
Yeah, that's the current storyline. We have one more issue to do in that mini series, but we're doing The Struggle Begins first.
Excellent. And then listen, there's gonna be add-ons as well because you're not playing. You know what I mean? There's add-ons.
A lot of the different variants.
Because listen, people missed out. Early bird special. So this is what happens, folks, when you sleep on stuff. How dare you sleep? I know there's money out there. You're thinking of gifts. You're not looking in the right places. Kickstarters. Go to Kickstarter. Look at projects by homies like Kyle. Perfect gifts. You see the packages he got? Come on now. You can't play with these. I mean, and look at all this extra add-ons, to get into what is Big Blue Comics. Talk to me about Big Blue. What are we talking about with Big Blue?
So Big Blue Comics is just basically me. I'm the publisher and I do all the production work. And it's been my outlet for the Resistance and Sophia Saturn in the last couple of years.
Wonderful. And look at Sophia Saturn. Look at that.
Yeah, you can get a set of the books of Sophia Saturn as an add-on too.
For $32, you get a whole set. So how many? So
it's a 5-issue miniseries. It's a 5-issue miniseries, and then 2 variant covers for issue 1 by Drew E. Johnson and David Williams.
Look at all these books, and then you got stretch goals over here. Getting 3 new cards. Previously released cards for the first 30. Holy shit! I mean, listen, man.
We got about 5
more filling up a page.
Yeah. We got about, I think we have 25 physical backers at the moment. So we have about 5 more slots for those first 30.
Oh, that's dope, man. And we got, your
squad
doing your thing. But folks, man, this is important right here. Get it done. Get it up. Listen, I got to scroll up. Listen, we're here. He made it, but we got to make it more. It's 15 days to go. let's support independent comics. Show them why independent comics are dope. You know, listen, I've been showing that QR code. There's no excuse for you not to scan and check it out and hit that boom back this project button. You see that one right there? You see that? Back this project. Okay, so right there, just hit that again. 15 days to go. Support it, man. I mean, I think the book looks dope.
Thanks,
And
man.
the
Thanks.
storyline behind it, and like the whole concept, but you're not
it's
playing, brother.
Yeah, it's a great book for new fans, but also for fans of the Resistance. This is a crucial piece of the history.
I'm digging it. All right, so after this right here, the struggle begins #1. What's next for the universe, or for Kyle KJ Kaminski himself, baby?
Yeah, I'm heading back to Detroit next week for the Motor City Comic Con. Like I said, the Resistance debuted there 30 years ago when we published our first book.
Taking her home.
And so co-creator Jason Krause is going to be joining me, as well as Josh Dahl, who is kind of our third friend.
Yeah, it's my big homie. Much love.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, so Josh, Jason, and I, we've known each other since middle school and started getting together when we were young teenagers to talk about our own comic stories. And Josh was involved, was our editor-in-chief of the books that we published back in the 90s. And he wrote the Codebreakers story with Jason Howard in Hyperaction #1.
That's it. Look at it. Also, look at that.
So yeah, the three of us will be there. We're going to have an exclusive variant cover for Hyperaction #1 by Jason Krause, with inks by Livesey, who will be on hand to sign, and colors by David Barron, who's best known for doing a lot of Batman stuff. He'll also be on site to sign the books. And then after that, we're doing some more stuff with the 30th anniversary. And then I'll be getting back to the next issue of Hyperaction and the next issue of Bounty Hunter Blitz.
There we go. My man's keeping it busy. Hey, I love it, man. I'm digging it. Now, let's go back here. This is the last one here, man. I love your energy, bro. I love that spirit you got.
Thanks so much for having me.
Creative energy, man. It's like I dig it, man. You're like I feel like you still feel like a kid in this. Like, let's kick ass in this shit.
Yeah, it's such a passion for me, and I my favorite thing is actually making the books, and I spend a lot of time kind of at home alone making the books, and I love to really get out there and just start talking comics and all things comics, not just the Resistance.
Of course, man. We gotta spread out geekiness. We gotta let that shit out somehow, bro. So looking back from teenage dreamer now to a seasoned creator, right? What's that moment that made you say, "Yeah, I feel like I made it"?
Well, I don't feel like I made it yet.
Yes, you have, because you're 30 years in the game. Stop, bro. Come on, man. Humble yourself. You're good, bro.
Honestly, personally, I really want to work for Marvel. I want to work for DC. I want to write G.I. Joe.
Let's
go.
You're Skybomb. There we go. You heard Kirkman, my man. He got stories for you, Kirkman. Let's do those side stories, those G.I. Joe special missions.
I'd love to do a 10-pager and an annual.
Bro, that's good.
But yeah, I think after we finished Sophia Saturn #1 with Ben and Ross A. Campbell, who's the colorist, I think at that point I finally felt confident that I was making real comics. For whatever reason, it just I finally felt like I wasn't trying to make comics anymore. I was just making them.
Gotcha. But what keeps you hungry though? After all these years,
just I guess ideas. I mean, the Resistance is my baby. The Resistance is my dream project, but I have so many other comic ideas and stories that I want to tell, and just constantly brainstorming and writing new things. And coming back to the Resistance, I have an outline for 100 issues. So if I could tell the Resistance stories for the rest of my life, I would.
I love it. My man,
it's all about just getting the next issue out.
I dig it. There we go, brother. Thank you so much for your time. WEPA!
Well, thank
There
you,
we go.
Al. This is awesome, man. I hope you have me back sometime in the future.
This is your casa. You know what I mean?
Right on. Yeah.
This has been an interstellar ride, family. All right. So again, massive love to you, Kyle, for coming through.
Yes, thank you.
Dropping those
That's
cosmic
awesome.
gems. Reminding us that what real indie spirit looks like. I appreciate that. It's passion, it's persistence, and it's pure purpose. And I saw that from you in this. So
thank you,
folks. If you're vibing with what you heard today, don't sleep. I need you to hit that Kickstarter link. Again, the QR code right there. It's in the show notes. I make it easy. Hit that Kickstarter link. I need you guys to please back the resistance and struggle because #1 and be part of what is 30 years of sci-fi rebellion history in indie. 30 years, man. And listen, before they did it with Spawn, Kyle has done it with the resistance. You better show that respect too. And as always, make sure you like, subscribe, and spread that creative love. So remember, y'all, never stop creating, never stop resisting the ordinary, and always bring that WEPA energy. Hasta la próxima. Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.shop and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.